Before we dive in, I want to acknowledge something. The world feels heavy right now. The headlines, the violence, the uncertainty, it's chaos out there. And it's easy to get pulled off balance. It's easy to lose yourself in the noise. But this space, the Crucible Method, is different. This is where we strip it all back, where we get grounded, where we train our bodies, sharpen our minds, and fortify our spirits. Because here's the truth. You can't control the storm out there, but you can control the strength you build in here. Health, discipline, mindset, spirit. These are your weapons in the chaos. These are what keep you standing when the world shakes. And no matter how loud the storm gets, transformation doesn't start out there. It starts right here, inside you. So let's dive in. Health is not an information problem. Everybody knows McDonald's isn't food. The fries, the milkshakes, the processed meat, it's poison. But people still line up every single day. So the real question isn't, what do you know? The real question is, why the fuck do you keep reaching for the poison? This isn't going to be comfortable. I don't do comfortable. I do honest. Today we're talking about the enemy within, the lies we defend, and the cycle that's killing us from the inside out. My name is April Blundell, founder of the Crucible Method. This podcast is where we strip away excuses, confront the brutal truth, and rebuild health, discipline, and purpose, refined by fire. If you are new here, welcome to the conversation. And if you've come back after my first episode, you already know this isn't soft talk. This is about breaking loops, facing yourself, and choosing transformation over comfort. So let's get into it. We live in an age of endless information. Podcasts, YouTube videos, TikTok gurus, books, documentaries, labels, influencers. Everybody knows sugar wrecks the body. Everybody knows sugar spikes blood sugar. Everybody knows that fast food is engineered to be addictive. So it's not an information problem. You already know what's killing you, but knowing isn't enough. Something deeper keeps driving you back to the same poison. Whether you've tried to quit before or you've never even thought about quitting at all, your body is a battlefield. Candida, bad bacteria, parasites, viruses, mold, heavy metals, biofilms, hidden infections. These are all infiltrators that can hijack your system. They don't just live inside you, they manipulate you. They can actually signal your brain to feed them. And why? Because like every living thing, they have one mission: survive, multiply, expand. They demand sugar, starch, alcohol, processed food, not to keep you alive, but to fuel their growth. Every time you give in, you're not just satisfying a craving. You are handing the invader ammunition. They use it to build stronger colonies, to thicken their biofilms, to carve out territory inside your gut. And the longer they survive, the sicker you become. Make no mistake, these organisms fight for their lives at your expense. They will weaken you, drain you, even kill you, just so they can keep feeding. Your cravings might not even be your cravings. They're the cravings of the enemy living inside you. And every bite is a choice. Feed yourself or feed the enemy. The truth is, over 80% of adults are already carrying one or more of these enemies inside them. Candida, bad bacteria, parasites, viruses, mold, metals. The odds are stacked against you. Almost no one makes it through life without infiltration. So when I say your body is a battlefield, it's not a metaphor. It's reality. The war is already happening inside you. I want you to know something, all right? I'm not preaching from a pedestal. I have lived this shit. I used to binge eat. I averaged 4 hours of sleep with the hashtag hustle culture, team no sleep. I smoked cigarettes. I drank alcohol. I downed Red Bull like water, sometimes more than 3 cans a day. I used stress as fuel. I was running 100% from my sympathetic nervous system. That's fight or flight mode. Heart rate up, breathing fast, adrenaline and norepinephrine flooding your system. Digestion shuts down, blood sugar spiking, all designed for survival. But when it's always on, it destroys you from the inside out. I quit all of that. No cigarettes, no alcohol. I honor my sleep. I eat healthy. I drink water, electrolytes, tea. My one daily coffee is organic with a 10 mushroom adaptogen blend, cinnamon, and creatine. Red Bull gave me fake energy. Sugar, artificial stimulants, crashes, burned out adrenals, heart problems, sleep wrecked, mood wrecked. My organic coffee blend, it buffers stress. It supports my immune system. Smooth energy, no crash. Cinnamon slows sugar spikes, and creatine fuels the brain, muscles, and recovery. But I'm still not perfect. I still have urges. Brownies, cookies, cakes, they whisper at me. The difference is I don't defend them anymore. And that's the issue. Denial. I used to defend my bad habits. I made excuses for why I needed my hustle, why I needed my cigarettes, why I needed my energy drinks. But excuses never saved me. They were the chains that kept me stuck. And I see it everywhere. People defending the very thing that's killing them. Let me give you an example that truly shakes me. I know a woman with lifestyle-induced breast cancer. Her oncologist told her the truth. Cut the processed food, move your body, stop drinking the garbage. You think that would wake her up, but no. She was furious. She called it body shaming. She defends the very food that's poisoning her. And here's the terrifying part. If she does not change, she will die. And that's not a maybe. That's not a scare tactic. That's reality. And still, she clings to her habits. She rages at the messenger. She protects the very poison that's killing her. That's how deep denial runs. People would rather die defending their comfort than live by facing the truth. But it's not just food. You poison yourself in other ways. Binge scrolling TikTok for hours, staying in toxic relationships, addicted to drama, addicted to chaos, addicted to complaining. You know it's killing you. You know it's stealing your peace, but you defend it anyway. You keep going back to the very habits that make you sick, miserable, and weak. And then there's stress. Everybody has it. But in 2025, stress has become chronic, relentless, and deadly. Nearly half of Americans feel significant stress every single day. 77% feel physical symptoms, 73% feel psychological symptoms. Chronic stress now links directly to heart disease, depression, diabetes, high blood pressure, and a wrecked immune system. We normalize it. We joke about it. But it's not normal. It's killing us. And here's the loop most people live in. Eat garbage food, drink no water, stay up too late, scrolling, numbing, wake up exhausted, irritated, stressed, snap at your spouse or your kids or your coworkers, your cortisol spikes, you have blood sugar crashes, the body spirals out of control. So what do? You reach for more garbage food to feel better, or alcohol. The poison feeds the stress feeds the poison, and the cycle continues. This is why health isn't an information problem. It's a war of ownership. It's about breaking the loop before it buries you. Here are the excuses I hear all the fucking time. I'm too broke. We don't have the money to eat healthy. I'm too tired to cook meals and clean dishes. I don't have the support system I need. Let's tear these apart. The number one excuse, I'm too broke. Here's the truth. Cheap, processed food doesn't save you money. It keeps your body nutritionally starving. You feel full for a moment, but you are still deprived of essential nutrients. That's why you keep craving more. That's why you overeat. Studies show low-income households spend more of their grocery money on sugary drinks, frozen desserts, and processed junk, while buying far fewer fruits and vegetables. The so-called cheap foods keep people hungry and hooked, and actually make them spend more in the long run. And here's the kicker. Unhealthy diets don't stay cheap. Chronic illness is expensive. Doctor visits, prescriptions, missed work, lost years. Research shows that if Americans followed a healthier diet, this country could save over $88 billion every single year in healthcare costs. So let's be real. Eating isn't a money issue. It is a commitment issue. And yes, it takes time for the body to reset. Candida and bad bacteria need to die off. Brain signaling has to rewire. Metabolism has to heal. It takes some time for the enemy's cravings to subside. But once that shift happens, you're not starving anymore. You're satisfied. And satisfied people eat less, spend less, and live more. Now, let's talk about the other excuses. I'm too tired. Cooking is too much hassle. Cooking doesn't have to be gourmet. Batch prep, frozen veggies, one-pot meals. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. I don't have a support system. That's why podcasts like this are here. That's why what communities are for, and that's what discipline is for. You may not have cheerleaders, but you've got a choice. So no, I don't buy the excuses, because excuses don't save lives, they steal them. Here's another hard truth. When faced with the enemy within, most people won't even fight. They'll look for a shortcut, a pill, a surgery, a prescription that promises quick relief. Obesity drugs, bariatric surgeries, lifelong cocktails of pharma for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, billions of dollars poured into solutions that do nothing but mask symptoms while the real enemy keeps growing stronger. Without radical lifestyle change, without reclaiming your discipline, your choices, your daily actions, these are nothing more than delusional attempts at health. Expensive, temporary band-aids. Comfort disguised as treatment. And make no mistake, comfort is the real addiction. People would rather cling to their comforts even as they burn than do the gritty, painful work of change. That's why they keep failing. That's why dependency becomes their prison. If you don't fight your health, pharma will own it. If you don't discipline your body, the surgeon's knife will. And the cost isn't just financial. It's your freedom. So, let me ask you again. The only question that matters. You know what the consequences are. So why the fuck do you keep reaching for the poison? Why do you defend what's killing you? Why do you justify the scrolling, the drama, the toxic relationships, the food, the stress? The answer is simple. Because it's easier than changing. But easy is killing you. And if you want transformation, you have to stop lying to yourself. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me the truth. What poison do you keep defending? What habit? What food? What relationship? What stress cycle are you still protecting, even though you know it's destroying you? And why? My why was this. I was inadvertently using my stress as fuel. I did it until I wrecked my system so bad, I had to do an 8-month cleansing and metabolic reset just to reclaim my health. Say it out loud. Own it. Because until you face it, nothing changes. If you made it this far, thank you for showing up, for being real. Don't let this be just another podcast you just listen to while you nod your head. Let this be the one that flips the switch. Pick one poison you're going to stop defending this week. One stress you'll manage differently. One habit you'll replace. And don't just think it. Say it. Drop it in the comments. Because when you share, you're not just talking into the void. You are creating community. That's how change spreads. That's how we fight back together. Participation is community in action. And if you're ready to go deeper, the Trial of Ownership workshop is available right now in the Services tab of my website. That workshop is built for people stuck in comfort, the very comforts that are killing them. Inside, you'll confront excuses, dismantle self-sabotage, and take full ownership of your identity, your habits, and your choices. You'll walk through powerful exercises to strip away denial, replace comfort with commitment, and rebuild the discipline it takes to transform. So, share your truth. Step into the work and start fighting back. Because when you stare the enemy inside yourself straight in the face and refuse to feed it anymore, that's when real transformation begins. This is the Crucible Method, refined by fire and changed forever. Thank you.